Hey everybody, this is Sean B. Bradley, and we are at the Digital Dealer Conference in Las Vegas, and I am really honored. I have here Mr. Ali Reda, who is the #1 car salesman, automotive sales professional on planet Earth, and he is here at Digital Dealer. You're the keynote speaker. What time do you go on, sir?
Yes, 3:15.
Okay, so I have the honor to interview the keynote speaker of Digital Dealer 25. So first of all, I want to just go on camera and say thank you, man. You know what I got to say? I'm going to flip to me now for a second here, is that, see, still there, is that Ali, as busy as he is and as high profile as he is on like the news, TV, he's got time for us car people, because I'd be like, not even scheduled, I'll just call him randomly, and I'm shocked that he answers the phone just to spend, 10, 15 minutes with my class to be able to share with them, some of his insights. So let's put it back on Mr. Ali right here, sir. It's back on you. So tell us, okay, like, how did this come about? Like, did you set out to be officially the #1 car salesman in the world?
No,
No?
man, no. I'm just like everybody else watching this, right? I started out one car at a time. 10 years ago, I would have never thought I would have been where I'm at now. So I'm very blessed to be in this position, and hopefully continue to grow. And I've been growing through sharing. Like you said, you call me and I can share and give back a little bit. I'm learning as I go, and that's, I'm just flattered that you would call, and I'm honored I get those calls and people are, inspired by what I've accomplished, and hopefully just share the love.
Okay, so let's go through a couple of things. One is, just get some details out here. How long have you been in the automotive industry for?
So 17 years.
17 years, and that's right, if you guys are watching this, throw some likes, throw some hearts, show some love and respect for a man that's the #1 car salesman in the world. All right, so 17 years automotive industry. How long have you been delivering over 100 units a month? I know you're at 130, but how long has it been since you broke 100?
Probably 2015 or 16.
Okay, so wow, so 2015, 2016, you started breaking 100, so for a couple years now.
Right.
So this is not like an accident. This is your culture, your way of life now.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the more you sell, the more time you sell, the more you should sell. The more years you have in the business, the more you should sell. So staying positive, believing in your process, believing in yourself, all of these things.
So some of the questions that I get all the time about you, okay, so again, 17 years, for 2 years or more, you've been doing 100+ units. Some people think you have like a legion of people. Let's let the people know, how many people do you have in support staff that work for you?
So I have a secretary, a personal assistant. She handles all the paperwork. And then I have a young man that works part-time. He's my young legs, runs around the parking lot, grabs a car, parks a car.
So you only have 1.5 people. You have 2 people that are, that's it.
They don't sell.
They don't sell. So it's basically you sell all the 130 units a month. Is it true? I heard that you only work Monday through Friday and barely over 6 o'clock?
Yeah. Monday through Friday. Weekends are off. Monday and Thursday I work till 9 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday till 6. Sometimes I'm there an hour early and an hour late, but that's about it.
Okay, and what's the percentage of new versus used?
Mostly all new.
Mostly all new.
Out of the 1,582, 52 were used.
Okay. Now, another couple of questions that I have for you is this, that you probably get. The #1 question that people ask you is, how do you do it, right? Or how did you do it? Can you help whether you, and identify, let's first for the new people. Okay. If you're brand new to the automotive industry, what advice do you have there? That's the first one. And then after that, follow it up with, for veterans that are in a slump, that type of stuff. So for the newbies.
And starting early in your career, we're just trained to go get another one. And it's not a one-night stand. This is a career. So building relationships early, believing in what's possible. In 2010, I was doing 35 cars a month. That was my average, 35, 40 cars. So in 7 years, after I really started believing what was possible and what I can achieve, that's when things started changing. So as new salespeople, you got to believe in what's possible. And as the veterans, still building on those relationships. And it's all relationships. I'm 100% relationship selling. So I don't take any new customers, no new ups. It's repeat and referral only. And your process is a lot faster that way. Your sale is maybe cut to 30 minutes instead of 2 or 3 hours. That's how you get to those numbers.
That's crazy. Okay, so now let's go through, what about for veterans that feel like they know it all, or they have that type of mentality? What advice would you give them? You know what I mean? Like, let's say you're talking to a 15, 20, or 30 car person, doesn't really matter, but they've been in the industry for a long time. What advice do you have for them?
Those are the type of guys that are tired of taking ups. Those are the guys that just simply think that, maybe they're beyond that. But if you didn't start early on building those relationships, you're not beyond that. I still have more room to grow. I'm still learning. Believe it or not, I am not at the ceiling. Somebody is probably going to think of a faster, better, easier way to do what I do, and then they're going to surpass what I've done. We're evolving. Salespeople are evolving, so you can't think that you know it all. You've got to learn every day. I'm still learning. I'm here at this conference for the first time. I'm learning. Up until a year ago, I've never been on video, so
That's
I'm
crazy.
learning here. So I'm breaking my comfort zone a little bit to educate myself and to learn. So I tell all those people, man, don't ever stop learning. And I've learned so much by sharing. So all those veterans, I think you should, if you grab a young guy or a gal and teach them and show them what you do, bring awareness to yourself and to your process, you'll learn a few things.
Okay, so a couple of questions. Let's go through the list of things. Okay, how do you feel that salespeople should be with clients? Because we just talked on the phone the other day when I was at one of my stores, and I got the $10. I ordered them, by the way. Got
Awesome.
you. All right. So one of the things that you said was it was really great. I want you to say it on camera though about that you want your customers to call you for everything. Explain that concept and why.
Yeah. So basically, I lack of better words, train them to call me for everything because I want them to get used to calling me and not get thrown around the dealership. If somebody wants to call service and they don't answer, then they get thrown around 2, 3, 4 different people, they're going to be frustrated. I can handle that call in literally 30 seconds. They call me, they say I need an oil change, I send a link, I set up their oil change time slot, and it's good, it's done. I don't physically change the oil, but I pretty much save the day. I'm not letting anybody else handle my customer's position. I'm not letting anybody ruin the relationship that I built with the customer. Same thing if they get a flat tire. Call me because I have the tow truck guy. I'll call the tow truck and send them to you. I can handle that faster than you can change a tire or OnStar or any other service that's provided.
That is awesome.
Yeah, because you want them to get familiar with calling you. So that way when it's time to buy a new car or your friend's going to buy a new car, they're automatically going to call you. It's just by default.
Right, no, so that's you're conditioning them, them, and also, in my opinion, you're giving them unparalleled customer service.
Yeah,
you're
nobody
not
else is
just
doing it.
selling the car and then just leaving. You are their true automotive concierge, the automotive, you're the car guy. You're their car person for anything car related.
Yeah. You can't sell them and forget about them. I mean, you can't do that. Somebody else is going to take care of them. In this industry, everybody has the same car. Everybody has the same Chevy. Everybody has the same Ford. It doesn't matter. What is separating you from everybody else is what's going to make the difference. That's the customer experience.
Again, for everybody that's watching this and you're hearing these nuggets, if you like this, hit the like button, the heart, show some love to Ali and just this man's wisdom. Okay, Ali, the next couple questions are, okay, what about prospecting? Okay, how do you, because I get this all the time. I have my own ways, I shot videos on this, but I want to hear from the number one car salesman in the world. How do you advise people to start prospecting? And my definition of prospecting is that a salesperson creates a sale opportunity from something that's not been provided by the dealership in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Okay.
So you have to be active. You have to be active in your community. You have to
Be specific
physically
to
be
me.
out there. Okay, so let's say there's a charity event. You got to show up. You can advertise that at the charity event and hope somebody sees your advertisement, or you can physically show up at that charity event.
I love that. So go to all the charity events, all the community events.
I have a billboard up in the community center, so I can literally just leave the billboard up there and hope people will see it, or I can frequent that community center and shake hands with the people that are there, and you're just like one of them, so they'd rather do business with that person than just a face on the billboard. So it takes time. It takes a little bit of extra work. You got to get yourself out there. If I have time to do it, you definitely have time to do it.
Do you invest money in your own marketing and branding?
Yeah.
Okay, can you share a little bit about like what type of stuff do you pay for? Or you barter or whatever?
I like doing local stuff. I like doing local papers. I have a billboard up in my community.
If you don't mind me asking, can you give me like a budget? Like how much do you spend approximately?
Well, a billboard is not that expensive. A billboard I think costs me $500 a month.
So you have
that's
a whole
not bad.
billboard
a whole
yourself.
billboard myself.
That is
It
freaking
stays
awesome.
up there. I've had it for 5 or 6 years straight. I just refresh it every
And
now
it's
and again.
branding
And it's branding. Everybody knows that I do that, but it's repetition. You want people to
Right.
keep seeing it. You want people to, just kind of become familiar with Ali and Chevy together.
So besides the billboard, what other stuff do you invest in yourself?
Any local school events. All the football games. I have a banner at the football games.
Banners at the football games. I love it.
Golf outings.
Golf outings.
And I attend. Again, you can put up a sign at the golf outing, or you can attend at a golf outing. So those are two different things. Being physically present where you advertise is the key.
Okay, I love that. I love that a lot. Now, is there anything that you do digitally, like a website or SEO or Facebook paid ads or data mining, email marketing, any of that stuff?
You know, I haven't. I have a newsletter that goes out just to my customers. A monthly
I like it.
newsletter.
So let's talk about the newsletter.
Yep, the newsletter is good. It's more about what's going on currently. Nothing about car sales. It's more about maybe, you know, Halloween is coming up, so I give some tips for Halloween. Maybe Thanksgiving, have a recipe or two in there, have a funny joke, have a link to a video, then maybe have your ad in there. But it's more just engaging with your client base. It's more about, you know, getting them to look at it for you, not for in terms of a sale.
All right, I love that. What about, how do you keep in touch with your people, all those people for birthdays, anniversaries? You know, do you give them a wow package when they, like, you know, as a thank you? Let's talk about some of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I use the dealership tools. I mean, the dealership has their tools that they send out letters and birthday cards.
Okay, yeah.
We have all of those.
CRM
definitely
stuff?
CRM stuff.
Oh, wow.
100% take advantage of the CRM stuff. If you are not engaged in your CRM tool that your dealership is providing you, there's something wrong. I mean, use that every day.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that should be kind of your Bible to get your day going. And, you know, it's very important. Why people don't use it, I don't understand. I take advantage of every single thing the dealership has to offer, and then I do my own, you know, and I would do my own personally with Facebook and, you know, whatever else I come up with.
Now, there's something that's really interesting. I'm going to flip the camera to me for a second. So now, when you hear what Ali's about to tell you about generating referrals, blew my mind because, again, he's obviously doing something that works, a little bit different strategy than I do. I love dealers like Bill Have, you know, shout out to Bill from Auto Approved in Pennsylvania. You know, like they give $200 referrals or bird dog. I'm gonna let you hear Ali's perspective on this, but because my next question to Ali is gonna be, how do you generate referrals? Because here's my thing before you answer, is that to me, there's several different types of referral generation. So you could ask somebody that you've done business with, hey, please let somebody you know to know that I sell cars. So that's a one-off referral when I sell a car, but I wanna also create referral agents or referral agencies. I wanna really do research and spend time, instead of just trying to sell a car, trying to find people that have large accesses to other people to generate stuff to me. So I'm gonna flip back onto Ali. Can you tell us your recommendation for how can you or other salespeople generate massive amount of referrals? Not one or two a month, but like, I want somebody that's gonna generate me weekly referrals.
So there's certain things you can do. There's a
Find Karen, she's in there.
There's a lot of different companies that you can go to. So everybody knows what Quicken Loans is.
Yeah.
Quicken Loans is they have a huge office downtown Detroit that's located near my dealership. They have what's called a Perk Nation. So all their employees get certain perks for being an employee of Quicken Loans. I am the agent for any car sales. So when somebody from Quicken Loans types in car sales, then my name pops up there. So we're talking thousands of employees. So they call me and I get a referral that way. Also, I like natural referrals. I believe in giving a customer an experience that they rant and rave about. They rant and rave about to everybody, and that natural referral is gonna spike the curiosity of the person listening, and then they're naturally gonna come and see you. Early on, a lot of people do pay for referrals. I'm not involved in that. I don't like pay for referrals because I don't want to send the wrong message to my clients or the person being referred. So to me, to tell somebody I'm going to give you $100, then now it's monetary, it's about money, and I don't want it to be about money. I want it to be about the experience. So naturally, if somebody's out there saying, hey, my car salesman saved me, I got a flat tire on the side of the road, and I called him and he sent somebody out in 15 minutes, that's the type of story you want people to tell. That's a natural story. To pay somebody out there, going out there and doing a salesman's job is, to me, a recipe for disaster. I think we're just sending the wrong message, but I get it. Early on in the career, people should do that, maybe just to kind of get engaged with others, but eventually you won't want to do business that way.
I love it. Okay, now we're going to close up on a couple of closing questions. I want you to give your 17 years experience and the title of the #1 car salesman in the world. I want you to sort of speak to first salespeople, and what advice do you have for salespeople in general to be successful in this industry?
Yeah, I mean, be truthful, be transparent, you know, believe in what's possible. If you feel like something is not right to say, don't say it. If you feel like it's not going to come up across correctly, it's probably not. So be yourself, you know, because I don't sell a product, I just help people. And if they buy something, great. If they don't buy something, great. I'm there to help them. So be truthful, educate yourself. I mean, we have, you know, phones and internet at our fingertips now. If you're not educating yourself, there's a problem there. So there's a lot of things that you can do, but most of all, you gotta believe in what's possible. You gotta believe that if you are who you are at your best, then the outcome is gonna be great.
speaking about that one point, have you heard of the book The Secret, The Laws of Attraction and Manifestation?
Yeah.
Okay, what is your thoughts on it? Is that partially what you're saying? Is that, thoughts become things, and if you don't believe that you're capable of selling, 50, 60, 80, 100 cars, you're never going to accidentally sell that type of stuff. Can you elaborate on that point?
Yeah, you're never going to. The first time when I met Damien, I was doing 35 cars a month, and he started talking about people doing 60 and 70, and I had to write it down. I had to write down that I can do 60. When I wrote that number down, in my heart, I believed that I can do it, and a few months later, I did it. I don't think that I would have ever did that number had I not wrote it down and believed it in my heart first. So it had to come from here first. If it doesn't come from here, it's never going to happen.
Okay, the last question, and then we're going to close out with your last thoughts on what advice do you have to managers or dealer principals, about their teams and what they should provide for them or what they should look at?
Well, training. First thing, training. Training needs to change. We need more specific training and not just throwing out a person out there and hopefully that they're going to be great. So that's a big part of it. And I encourage them all to be patient. Just because a salesperson doesn't know what you know doesn't mean they're wrong. So managers have to be very patient with their salespeople, and at the same time, managers are supposed to be training the salesperson on becoming a better salesperson. So I think now people are so busy. A salesperson now is afraid to go to his manager and ask him for something because he's going to get yelled at because he doesn't know the answer to it. Don't assume that everybody knows what you know as a manager. That's why you're there. So you're there to help these people, and get in the proper training. That's huge. You want to give your salespeople an advantage that other people are not. So get training.
And the last closing point is what do you want to leave the audience with about Ali, the person, the professional, or what's your closing statement?
I'm just like everybody else on here, man. I don't see anything different. I still get the same butterflies all the salespeople get out there. I still start the month out with 0. I'm having a lot of fun selling cars. I'm still engaged with my community. So, I'm no different than you. I'm not any more special than you. Nobody's more special than I am. I just figured out a way to believe in my heart what's possible, and I had a plan and I acted on it. I got a coach. Get a trainer. Get a coach. Get somebody that can see something that you can't see. Tom Brady has a coach. So if Tom Brady has a coach, why do I think I don't need a coach? Right? Guys like Sean, you got to get guys like this out there because they're seeing things that we as salespeople are not seeing. Have a plan. I had a plan, and I looked at it, and my mindset is very duplicatable, and I just got to believe in that.
Man, listen, it was an honor to be able to take this time here to share with you. I appreciate it, and I look forward to sharing. Oh, Frank Trinity just said hello.
Frankie, that's my man, Frank.
Yeah, Frankie's out here. Frankie just said he wishes that he could have been out there. Yeah. Frank, I'm telling you, Nashville,
we gotta get together with
you
Frank.
Try to get him to come out to Nashville.
I'm a huge fan of Frank's, and that's a guy I learned from, and I hope to be him one day.
Wow, you know what I mean? Well,
I'm
hopefully trying to get Frank to come to Nashville, so maybe we could have two of the top people in the world at the event. All right?
There we go.
Listen, take care.